Dice out. Now. Game! Greetings, dear listeners, and welcome to our podcast. My name is Chich, I'll be your DM for tonight, and the players with me tonight are Cora.
Hi.
Richard.
Hey.
Dia.
Hi! I made Richard get a new microphone because his audio was terrible.
And Jan.
Hey, did you know that goats were one of the first animals to be tamed by humans?
I did not in fact know that.
Now you know, and knowing is half the battle.
It's fantastic. And for this game, it's relevant.
Yeah, so, today on another server, a girl flirted with me and I haven't stopped thinking about it since, so I don't really remember what happened last time we played. Can anyone remind me?
Oh, me!
Yes, Dia!
Shock! Okay. Okay, so we captured the bandits and tied them up. We noticed that Decla's tattoo had been glowing ever since she cast an offensive spell. I think it stopped glowing after a little bit, but that was new and interesting. And then she cast Spare the Dying on the unconscious bandits. Kasny then performed funeral rites on the dead bandit, who was called Mia, and we proceeded to question the gang. Pink Scarf, whose name turned out to be Fibia, told us she was working for a person called Skull, and that they had arranged to pick up Christina, under mysterious circumstances that we can't quite work out. The bandit group were called the Boneyard. They're working to undermine the biggest crime gang, known as the Maradanda. Herman was too strong for the gang, and that's how he managed to get away from them. Fibia claimed they were destroying the lavender dust that they intercepted, but was not personally responsible for doing so we're a little bit iffy as to what's happening with it. Then we found out that the gang communicate via Silver Raven, and that Fibia does not know where Skull is based, only that he is out on a mission at the moment. And we found out that Fibia was saved from her abusive husband by them. We made peace with the gang, and we untied them, and headed back into the town. We also have advised them to take up a new hideout, because we're concerned about the safety of this one. After returning the horses, we headed to the inn, which we have discovered was called the Two Cats, because after 8 episodes... Is it 8 episodes or is it only 6?
Yeah, it was 8.
8. Gosh. After 8 episodes, we still haven't discovered that the name of the inn. It's called the Two Cats. There's a weird atmosphere in the town when we get back, but we can't really discern what's causing it. After arranging for a room and food, Kasny and Dawn were about to get a bottle of wine when Danijel rushed in and asked for the best drink in the place. And that is where we left it.
Oh, okay, so that's what happened. We're all sitting in the inn. Yeah, I guess Kasny and Dawn just stood up to go get some wine. Danijel rushed in, yelled for the best wine they have. Is there anything you want to do in this exact moment?
At that point, Dawn will nudge Kasny and change track from the bar to the end of the bar where Danijel is.
Yes, we're interested to find out, I think, what the best drink in the place is.
Dawn saunters over and sort of throws an arm around him and sits down next to him.
Yeah, he kind of flinches, like, because he wasn't expecting you. He seems a bit on edge, and he's like, "What? Don't touch me!"
I smile winningly at him.
Prana, the barkeep, gives him a glass of the drink. He takes a sip and spits it out promptly. He's like, "What the hell is this shit?" And she's like, "That's the best we got. You remember there was a wedding yesterday. This is what I got delivered this morning." And he's like, "This is not mine, is it?" She's like, "No." He's like, "Oh good, I can't stand another financial loss."
So, tell me, Danijel, what has got you so riled up? And what also is the best drink in the house?
Well, apparently it's this cheap plonk.
I take the glass and make a gesture as if, do you mind? And without waiting for an answer, I take a sip of it. Is it good?
Oh no. I mean, let's say it's mediocre. It's not, like, super bad, but...
So it's not bad enough to spit out, but you wouldn't take a second sip.
Dawn makes a face and hands it to Kasny. And gives a theatrical shudder and goes...
You could do a spit take.
Why the best stuff? If you're looking for oblivion, I'm sure the gin is the fastest.
Like, it's not about it. Look.
What's up, buddy? Come on.
You're from out of town, aren't you? Oh, you can help me.
I am here to help.
Oh, so yesterday was my sister's wedding, yeah?
I am aware, yes.
Yeah. And then fucking today, out of nowhere, the fucking cunt of a count rolls into town. All the way up from Visilena. Like, there's a reason why he wasn't invited, okay? He rolls out with his 2 grandsons, and he looks around and he kind of points to the tall half-elf and the chubby teenage elf man at the table towards the back. They're not paying attention to him. Grandsons, and I thought he was here because of the wedding. Turns out he didn't even know about it, and now he wants my sister to marry his grandson. And the fucking bitch disappeared. Which means now I actually have to pay off my debts.
But your sister's already married, so surely he's jumped the gun anyway.
He doesn't know that.
Yes, but she does.
He came here to offer to me that my sister marry one of his grandsons to forgive my debts. But the fucking bitch is missing. She's nowhere to be found. How dare she do this to me?
Was she aware of this plan?
I mean, I don't think so. I wasn't.
Maybe you should acquire another sister.
All my sisters are married. Barbara's married, Dorothea's married.
I don't mean to sound unsympathetic, but it does seem a bit of a case of closing the door after the horse has already bolted.
No, the point here being is, since I can't sell off my sister to him now, I have to actually pay him. Ugh. Frana, I need something.
Rumour about the town has it that you have profitable business interests.
And he just kind of looks at you, kind of gives you a stink eye. Do you believe everything you hear? Do you believe every rumors you hear? That's only rumors. That's all hearsay. None of this can be traced back to me, and you have no proof.
I did say they were merely rumours.
Well, aside from your confirmation of that, Dawn says in a sort of, like, very disappointed teacher sort of tone.
He doesn't even notice.
You'd think a drug dealer would have better deception.
It depends if they've been sampling their own stock. Can I insight check him? Has he been delving into his stash?
Make an insight check.
No. 4.
Did they say one of the things it did was make people angry? Or am I imagining that?
It makes them energetic and sort of frantic.
Yeah. Depends, actually, but yeah, that's one of the reactions.
By the way, just as this is happening, Darren is still sitting at his table and kind of watching this. He doesn't want to really engage because he knows it's not his crowd.
Yeah, and the waitress comes back to you and she says to Darren, "Hey, I know we sort of had a thing last night, but honestly, I was just sad that my boyfriend was getting married and, you both had red hair and..."
Darren very obviously does not know what she's talking about. But he says, "Oh, yes. Well, I had a good time."
Yeah, it was fun. Like, I think it's best if it stops there.
I agree. Yes, let's stop that because it was probably a bad decision. I'm glad we are in agreement about this.
Yeah, I was in a weird headspace and it was a bad idea. Yes.
It's okay. You know what happens at weddings stays at weddings.
Exactly.
I'm glad we see eye to eye on this.
Yeah, and from the other table, the chubby teenage elf starts getting her attention again. She just rolls her eyes and like, "Oh, well, gotta go. His lordship wants my attention, apparently."
Good talk. Thank you for being upfront about this.
Yeah, Of course.
I completely agree with your decision.
Yeah, and she winks and she walks away.
I wink back. And I turn to Dekla. Is Dekla sitting with me?
Yeah.
I turn to Dekla and say, I don't know who that is.
Really?
Okay, I should have specified it was Ida. You've met her before, but yeah.
Oh, the one that came down the stairs with
Yes.
the groom. Yes, of course.
Yes.
Oh, it's her. That makes it even funnier. Okay.
Oh God! So she was sleeping with Darren last night, and then
The groom as well.
Marco.
Marco. Yes, Marco.
Damn, that's impressive. You go, girl.
So either Darren didn't do a good enough job that she had to go and find someone else, or they had a little ménage à trois.
I mean, Darren wouldn't be at post.
I mean, who would?
Well, yes, of course, when Darren said, I don't know who that is, I know that I've met her before this morning, and I know that she's the waitress, but I mean it in a way that I don't remember any of what she just told me.
Yeah.
Well, you sure had a busy night.
Doing what?
Is Kasny the only one who didn't get laid last night? God damn it.
Sounds like it.
I assume that Dawn and Raven...
I mean, you don't remember.
Hey, they probably didn't, actually, because she woke up somewhere else.
Yeah, Casney, you don't remember what happened last night.
Oh, she's the innkeeper's daughter, isn't she?
Yeah.
The granddaughter, but yeah.
Granddaughter, yeah.
Yes, my very first notes for this whole campaign are written at the top here. 3 words. Marco fucked Ida.
The question is, did I fuck Marco?
Yes, that is a question.
Remains to be seen.
Out of character, has Dawn seen Darren with a bottle of decent booze? I can't remember or not.
Kasny, in theory, has a bottle of wine, but he probably drank it the night before.
I feel like Darren picked up booze from the traveller camp.
Oh, yes, some really gross green stuff that tasted like pine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I still have that.
Yeah, the fine.
Right, okay.
It's also a floor cleaner. No, I think that's in my notes and everything.
Yeah, it's mainly a floor cleaner.
Yeah.
Dawn pats Daniel on the back and goes, 1 sec. Disappears off to the table. And goes to Darren, you don't still have that, bottle, do you?
Oh, of course I do. And I pull it out of my bag.
How full is it?
Probably... what kind of bottle is it? Like, how big is it? It's just like a regular liquor bottle?
Yeah, it's a liter bottle.
Then I would say probably like 2/3 is still in there.
Okay.
Dawn goes, do you mind if I borrow this? I have a friend in need of oblivion.
Of course, I always share. Just make sure to leave something for me for later.
I'll try my best. Thank you. Whisk it away and swan back. Daniel, should we step outside? I mean, a bar's not exactly the best place to have a breakdown. It's very undignified. And, I mean, my friend here and I, we're great company, I promise.
Undignified. You think I don't have dignity in my own town?
Not when you're acting like this. No, you don't.
Roll me something. Roll me persuasion, and it better be high.
Well, that's an 18. Persuasion for 22. He says it in a very sort of, like, strict, scolding manner.
You know what, Fluffy, just this once. And he storms outside.
Dawn sort of rolls his eyes at Cassie and goes, coming with?
I suppose so. Kasny follows.
Alright, we get outside.
So, he didn't want to drink that stuff, right?
I haven't offered it to him yet.
Oh, you haven't? Sorry.
I was waiting until it got into the dark when he couldn't see what colour it was and then offer it to him.
I mean, it's fairly well lit. Yeah, I'd say there's, like, lanterns in front of the entrance to the inn, and, like, I don't think they would have, like, street lights, because, you know, it's a small enough town, but...
No, but they'd certainly probably have, like, the outside drinking area lit up, at least.
Yeah.
Okay, Dawn waves the bottle in one hand and says, now, this isn't great, but it's certainly going to calm you down.
Well, give it.
I hand it over.
Yeah, he grabs it out of your hand, sort of knocks it back, and he's like, ugh! Oh, what the hell is this shit?
No idea.
He knocks it back again.
But it's very strong. So, feeling a bit calmer now? Bit better?
I don't fucking care.
Feel the burn.
I don't fucking care.
Yes.
Thing is, it isn't even my debt, okay? I didn't even occur that my father did. But now I've inherited that debt. And right fucking now is when this count decides he's gonna collect. And he knocks the ball back again.
How much is the debt, if you don't mind me asking?
A whole George. And you know that the George is like 1,000 gold.
Okay. So, now, in situations like this, I like to say, the debt has a value. Now, all you need to do is find something
Is go to the bank, I know.
No. All you need to do is find something that is worth 1,000 gold to the count. Doesn't necessarily have to be money, I'm sure.
No, it needs to be money. He was pretty clear on that.
Well, that's just short-sighted on him.
I have to go to the bank.
Well, there's no reason you can't steal it back off of him afterwards.
And he kind of looks at you, sort of offended, like, who the fuck do you think I am?
Dawn doesn't care. So is the problem the betrayal of the sister, or is it the giving of the money? Just so I can get this straight here.
Thing is, I don't have the money. I spent it all on this fucking wedding. And now I have to go to the bank to get some money. But the bank is 2 fucking days away. I have to go to Millersville. You're here with a group, aren't you? Will you escort me, please? I can't spend any of my actual staff right now. We're all kind of stretched thin.
Why not go with the Count? He wants the money, I'm sure. And I'm sure he would have come with a guard.
That's not how this works. He's here from Visilena. He's not here from... I can't take him to the bog. Please, I'll pay you. Name your price.
Dawn grins very widely at that and says...
A full George.
Pretty much. My associates and I do sometimes do this sort of work. Let me have a talk with them. You sit there, enjoy the rest of this bottle, have a bit of a breather, and we'll be right back with you. Dawn turns, makes the come on eyes to Kasny, and goes back inside.
Kasny follows. Kasny was definitely listening and not just staring blankly off into space while his player was writing notes.
Dawn comes back over to the table and says, "So, we potentially have an escort job?"
Listen, I haven't done that kind of work in a long time.
Darren was just telling me about life in the city.
Was he now? I'm sure he knows a thing or two about it.
I know what he got up to in that city. I don't think it was to your taste.
No, it was all very strange.
I don't think this is something you have to be ashamed of.
I mean, no, of course not, but I still don't think it's to Decla's tastes.
You might be right there.
My friends, we have a blank check.
Yeah, before you go into that, I just feel like I should probably let you know that I might have fucked the groom.
What?
Okay. I mean, good on you, but...
I am not sure. And I don't know if I even want to find out.
He was with that Ida person. Were you,
Oh yeah, I definitely had sex with Ida.
Ah, well.
I only just found out.
Nice.
Congratulations?
Well, yeah, but, I don't really know what this could mean. I mean, maybe it doesn't matter, but maybe if someone found out about me and the groom, if there was something, I don't know if that could be problematic.
The groom is sleeping with someone else and it's pretty open knowledge. I don't really see him sleeping with someone else really being an issue. I think you're letting your narcissism get away with you. Dawn says with a completely straight face.
No, there's no need for insults.
Yes, the expression is pot kettle.
Kettle? Someone tea?
Anyway, I just thought I would let you know.
So, Daniel out there needs to go to the bank to pay off a debt. He also just said, name our price. So, for 2 days' work, what should our price be?
Well, hold on. Name our price for what?
Taking him there. And back, I assume.
What Walking him to a bank?
Why would we want to help that guy?
Well, you're broke.
Good point. Do you have another reason?
Kasny is probably broke at the moment.
Why can't he just go to the bank on his own?
Because apparently it's 2 days away.
Oh.
Provincials, I know. It's astounding.
I mean, I've never been to a bank. Do you need,
They're awful places.
Dawn looks mildly shocked at this. But
Don't worry, I have.
do you generally need bodyguards for a bank? Or is this just for the travel?
It depends on how much money you are depositing or taking out.
people enjoy money. People enjoy taking money from people with money. So a bank is a dicey place to be sometimes.
Inside the bank's usually safe. Leaving the bank, you suddenly become a target.
Dawn looks as if he's going to say something and then just no, you're right, yes.
Kasny gives Dawn a wink.
Dawn flicks his tail at Kasny. So, if you would like to earn a little cash, and basically be able to monopolise Danijel and question him for 2 days, and have him pay us for the privilege. I mean, don't get me wrong, I could just go outside and say not interested and watch him stew. That would be equally as fun.
I mean, as much as I'd like to earn a bit of money, I really don't like that guy. And I feel like helping him helps the drug business.
I think that this is something that has potential.
I mean, we could always double-cross him later. If that is the plan, I might be interested.
I mean, that goes without saying.
Exactly. I feel like Dawn and I were on the same page on this.
Now I'm listening.
Although, yeah, Declan. He's a bad man. He makes money doing bad things. If we take his money away, it will, only benefit people.
Especially us.
Namely, us.
Yeah, you're right. But
If he no longer has money to produce or purchase drugs to sell, he will not be able to sell them.
Well, also, more to the point, if he doesn't have money, the Count will take care of the problem for us.
This is also true.
we would also be breaking the law.
The law isn't inherently moral.
This is true.
That's true, but
The law protects those who have money. This is how it has always been, and this is how it generally is in every place that I am aware of.
You know what I always say? All guards are bastards.
Hey!
I mean, the problem I have with it is that, taking his money isn't strictly moral. It doesn't actually benefit other people.
Well, it could do. What would you do with your share of the money? You could donate it to orphans, or feed the hungry,
I am often hungry.
or clothe the homeless.
I am often homeless.
I'm sure that you can use your own share, Darren.
I suppose I'll help you guys, but I don't... Whatever we do, we can't kill the guy.
I mean,
Whoa, we're not talking about killing here.
No, I assumed not, but I just want to make sure.
No. Killing is not on the table.
yes, we shouldn't need to kill him. If he can't pay the Count will have him presumably arrested for defaulting on payments. I mean, is it not a crime to be a debtor?
What is this debt from?
Probably drug money.
Oh, this is probably some of his terrible drug money. It should be taken away from him so it can be used for more suitable purposes.
There might be blood on that money too. Oof. Awful. Just awful stuff.
Darren, that's not gonna help.
Well, my question is, what of the Count?
Do we know anything of the Count?
The situation, as it stands, is that the Count has turned up and offered to marry one of his grandsons to Daniel's dear departed sister.
Departed does imply dead.
Departed also implies left Kasny, and as she is not here...
Dear
she
departed is quite clear.
Well, maybe where you come from. My point being that he seems in a bit of a bind. He doesn't really want to pay the money, but at the same time, I'm assuming he wants to keep his lands, titles, head. So he needs to go to the bank to acquire the money to bring back to pay the Count.
Honestly, a man who is willing to take payment of a debt by marrying his grandsons off to a woman regardless of her feelings on the matter. I mean, it doesn't seem like the Count is a particularly good man either.
No, that's one of the things I'm thinking.
To be fair, that's just politics. That's how the nobility work.
Yes, Dawn. Shush. Kasny sort of gives Dawn a bit of a glare.
I'm not saying I agree with it, I'm just saying it's the way that it works.
Kasny is neither agreeing nor disagreeing with this. Kasny is trying to work on Dekla.
Well, it's whether or not this debt was legally acquired anyway. Like, was the Count doing something illegal?
In which case, he doesn't deserve his money back, does he?
No, but what I mean is we could, rather than taking the money from Daniel, we could maybe wait for whatever the Count is going to do to Daniel, and perhaps 2 birds with 1 stone.
Dekla does have a point there. Dawn strokes his whiskers.
Yes, Kasny's looking a little bit more intrigued by this. You know what? That doesn't sound like a terrible plan.
What do you propose?
Out of character, GM.
Yeah.
Is this the Count from the city that Dawn is from?
No.
Okay, it's a Count of the area.
It's the Count from the city that Darren is from.
Oh.
Darren is it? Okay, right.
Did you mention the name?
Yeah, Visilena. I did.
No,
I mean, I mentioned it to those two, or those two didn't mention it.
Right.
Yes, you did. Unfortunately, I was writing notes at the time and it just didn't quite register.
So I don't know this yet. Which Count this is. Okay.
I mean, I assume it's his liege lord? Otherwise, why would he have the debt?
No idea. Money is not my thing, and neither is whatever this shady business is.
The Count could be an illicit moneylender, or a legal moneylender for that matter.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Or perhaps it wasn't something that was lent in cash.
Yes, something that was lent in goods. A particularly powdered and purple good.
The payment has to be specifically in cash. That was stipulated, or so I was told.
Yes, well, the return payment, but what the debt may not be.
Oh, 100%. He says, using modern vernacular.
Yes, it could be that the Count is involved.
Indeed.
Well, then maybe we should go along with Daniel's plan and then see what happens from there.
I mean, if we're travelling for 2 days, gives us plenty of time to, casually talk to him, perhaps learn a few things about him.
Yes.
I tell you what, Kasny, Darren, Dekla, the Daniel's outside. Would you like to join me in discussing this with him?
I thought that sentence was going in a different direction.
Well, what are we gonna tell him?
Well, I mean, you can probably ask for your bottle back. He's currently got it.
Oh, yeah. But so are we agreeing with this offer then? Are we taking him up on it?
How much do you want him to pay us for the pleasure of robbing him?
To be honest, I think your estimate will probably be better than mine. How high do you think we can go?
Well, the debt is for 1,000. That puts a finite limit on the thing.
Whatever we say, we definitely have to get at least some of it up front, because if we decide to betray him later, I still kind of want some of his reward.
Oh, absolutely. You always work half up front.
How about we tell him 200? 100 now, 100 when we finish the job.
Each? Yeah, sounds about right.
Each might be steep.
Yeah, I was thinking total, but if we can manage to get 100 each, sure.
That sounds a bit high, but you're thinking you probably could go for that?
Better than Dawn's estimate. Dawn said 100 each.
Yeah, no, that's too high.
Dawn is absolutely worth 100 each.
Yeah, I was going to say Dawn would have different ideas of what his time is worth, I suspect. Dawn's time, I'm sure, is invaluable.
It is. Darren, you go haggle with him. And he said sort of haggle in a very, disgusted tone. And see if you can get us the best deal. I have complete faith in you, my friend. And Dawn claps Darren on the back. Go forth and work your magic.
I will try my best. I go outside.
Yeah, you see he's outside, he's sort of muttering under his breath.
Dawn leaves at this point.
Ah, my friend, dear Baron. Can I have another swig of that?
He just Kind of looks at you. Roll me persuasion.
That's a 15 plus 6, so 21.
He just kind of shrugs and offers you the bottle. About a third is left.
All right.
It was 2/3 before, now it's a third.
Yeah, I take a deep swig and offer him the bottle back.
How could that bitch do this to me?
Well, you know how people are. They can be awful. They can betray you. You can never be careful enough.
Man, when I find her, I'm gonna murder her myself. That fucking bitch.
Well, let's not get hasty. But
I'm gonna fucking throw her in a net and I'm gonna drown her in a well.
Okay, I mean that's whatever you want to do, my friend.
Lovely fellow. Glad I'm not there.
How loudly is he saying this?
Oh, very.
Very.
Okay, can I make a perception test to see if I hear this?
Your passes are pretty high, if I remember correctly, so I think you probably would hear it. You maybe wouldn't hear what he's saying, but you would definitely hear him.
No, it's specifically I want to know if I hear what he's actually going to say.
You can roll perception if you want to try work out what he's saying.
17 plus 4, 21.
Yeah, you hear that he's gonna throw her in a net and drown her in a well.
Dawn isn't with the group at the moment. Has Casney followed him?
Most likely, although I have been trying to keep an eye on Declan. Well, no, mostly because I feel like if Declan saw this, Declan would be more inclined to do something that would not be nice towards this pleasant gentleman.
Possibly.
I mean, Dawn, I'm sort of imagining, is about halfway across the square at this point.
I'll follow Dawn, but I will gesture for Declan to follow.
Okay. I'll follow you.
What? No. Okay, fine.
I just feel like it's important for Declan to know that it's perfectly good to do bad things to incredibly awful people. You know, it's like punching Nazis.
Yes.
Robbing from this absolutely despicable example of humanity would be beneficial to the world in general.
Halfway across the square, as Dawn hears this shouted behind him as he's left the group, if Casney's with him, Dawn's just going to give Casney a flat look that is not really a threat, but more a promise of a reckoning.
To Casney?
Yeah, because did you not hear what the guy's saying?
Oh, not a threat of me.
No, it's not a threat to Casney.
I thought you were threatening Casney with your expression.
Yeah, me too. I was very confused.
Oh, sorry. Did I say that badly?
It did sort of come across that way.
Ah.
Yeah.
No, I didn't mean that.
This man is wanting to marry off his already married sister, who he already married off to somebody she didn't want to marry, to another person that she is rather unlikely to want to marry, for money, and is threatening to kill her for not being interested in these things. This is fairly despicable in in terms of the things a person can do to make you be to make you want to like punch them in the face.
It rather raises the question of, did she know?
Well, he didn't know this. He didn't know this, did he?
Yes, but if she is wrapped up in this resistance group, then she may have contacts that he does not. Because we're pretty sure at this stage that he's involved somehow with the Maradanda.
Well, yes, because they're the big guys in this in the lavender dust market.
And if she is with the group that is opposing the Maradanda...
Oh, it is possible. I don't think that's the case, but I can see where you're coming from with that one.
We still know basically nothing about the skull.
You two should get back to Darren.
Well, we're not babysitters, but okay.
Yes, but you know he can't look after himself.
Casney eyes Dawn up with a sort of look of a, what are you planning?
Dawn just smiles at Casney and gives him a sort of like, come along if you want to find out, shrug.
Declan, dear, I believe that Darren probably needs someone to keep an eye on him, and Casney follows Dawn.
So, Darren, have you slept with anyone else in the intervening time?
I'm still talking to the guy. I want to say that I've been talking with this guy and basically just agreeing with everything he's saying. I would rather not repeat the words that he's using, but...
Yeah, he's just coming up with various creative ways to kill her.
Yeah, and I give him some suggestions of my own that might be usable. How about you tie her up and throw her down a well? Oh, wait, you already said that. How about you feed her to a goat? And,
Feed it to a goat.
all the while I'm making sure that he's just drinking more and more.
Yeah, one of those cannibal goats they have in the south.
Yes, exactly.
A goat will eat pretty much anything.
And then eventually...
Sorry, I'm not there.
Yeah, so I'm getting good and drunk, and then eventually I want to say, so,
Yeah, only a quarter of bottle remains.
okay. My friend mentioned that you were looking for some assistance.
Yeah, I'm fucking am. I can't go alone. All my staff is sort of spread thin. There's robbers in this woods. They're like, it's like they're picking on me specifically. Like what's even up with that? What did I ever do?
I don't know. You seem like a stand-up guy, and I tell you what, I really like you.
Yeah, I'm just a humble winemaker here. It's not my fault I run the biggest wine empire on this continent.
I can see that, and people get so jealous,
Yeah, they fucking do.
They see your success, and then they think they're owed free stuff just because you made it and they haven't. It's insane,
Yeah.
But I really like you, and I'm willing to make you a very good price. I mean, I would love to work for free, honestly, because
Taken.
But we can't because we still have to feed ourselves, and I'm willing to go half our usual rate with you.
Okay, so what, for 10 gold a person?
Oh no, we're not just some ordinary group of adventurers. No, we're.
I mean, yeah, I can see that you're a ginger.
We're what?
You're a ginger.
Yeah, well, yes, I am. And everyone knows that gingers are infamous for their skill in adventuring and escorting and all things of that nature.
Yeah, exactly.
So our usual rate is 500 gold for 2 days.
Oh, fuck off with that.
But of course, we're not gonna offer you that. No, if you just give us 150 now and 150 after we're finished, that's more than fair.
I'm giving you 100 and not a copper more.
100. I mean, you mean 200, right? 100 now, 100 later.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Okay. Yes, I will shake on that.
That's what I said? Fuck, what is this thing? It's strong.
It's great, isn't it? You get really, really used to it.
Yeah, fuck, this shit is... Ugh. What even is it?
I truly don't know.
Floor cleaner.
I'm not gonna tell him that.
Kinda tastes like moss.
I quite like it.
Oh well, and he shrugs and he knocks it back again.
And just as a sign of my goodwill, I will let you keep the whole bottle. What's left of it, at least.
Yeah, he doesn't even acknowledge that.
I want to shake hands with him if we haven't already, or something of that nature, just to seal the deal.
He notices you extending your hand, and he tries to shake it, but he kind of misses it.
Ah. That's,
And he tries again, he misses it again. It's like, fuck, keep your hand still!
Let me help you, and I'm just gonna take his hand.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so I want all of you tomorrow up at the villa.
Of course.
Yeah, I'll let the bodyguards know to let you inside.
And naturally, you will provide supplies for the road.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
I'm happy to do business with you, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, that fucker Miran still owes me.
Oh, we'll get him. Wait, did he just say his name of the count?
No.
What did you say? That fucker? What?
Yeah, Miran, he owns the store. He still owes me. I can get supplies for him.
Okay, yeah. All right. And with that, I would like to walk back to where the others are.
Okay.
It's only you and Declan at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay, you walk back. He's still out there. He just sort of grumbles to himself.
Fun times.
Well, Cassidy and Dawn have gone off. I'm assuming Dawn has gone off to do what he said he was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
If Dawn isn't insisting on total silence, Cassidy will turn to him and be like, what we could do, perhaps the best option, is to get him to the bank, and on the way back to the village, we could arrange for some bone-based assistant to turn up and help us relieve this man of his possessions. And oh no, how awful, this wasn't us. Clearly this wasn't us. It was these bandits.
I mean, it's not a terrible idea.
I mean, we might have to share a little bit of the 1,000 with the boneyard, but the assistants will be helpful, and they probably will appreciate a chance to
get a bit of cash on her side.
And get a chance to rough up this asshole. I mean, honestly.
There's a quick flash of teeth in the darkness as Dawn grins and just says, "It's a real shame that the Count knows that his sister's off the table. Otherwise, we could just end this entire thing by meeting the Count and asking if he was here for the wedding. Oh well, we're getting close now, so could you keep lookout?"
Yes, of course. Kasny taps Dawn on the shoulder, and Dawn's already obscene stealth checks now have advantage.
Because
of shenanigans. I bless Dawn, and now he has advantage on dexterity stealth checks.
Dear, does the target know that it's been cast on them?
It does not say.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with no.
No, that's fine. I was just wondering. Dawn just takes it as a friendly gesture, gives a wink, and says, "I'll be right back," and just disappears into the closest patch of shadow.
Yeah, there's lots of it. I mean, it's not well lit.
And when I say disappeared, I mean disappeared to a 22.
So you rolled a 22.
Yeah, I only rolled an 11.
With advantage?
Oh, yes, I get to roll twice with advantage, don't I?
Yes, you do.
Ooh. 26. Meh, not that much better.
Yeah, no, he disappears. Kasny, you look away for a second, and when you look back, he's gone.
Out of character, I know that it's unlikely for this blessing to be helpful at all, but because Kasny has done it, Kasny can now knows that he is responsible for Dawn's abilities, whether he likes it or not.
Okay.
And anything that he does in particularly well is going to be attributed to this blessing.
Okay.
Touché. Well played. Okay, so Dawn's basic plan is to scramble onto the roof.
To the fucking roof, man.
To the fucking roof! And then go in sort of one of the upper windows of the apothecary.
Okay, roll me a climb check.
Taking a running jump at it, can this be acrobatics?
Well, if you're doing parkour, I guess you could sort of bounce off a few across the street, yeah.
That's kind of pretty much how Dawn does it.
Yeah, sure.
Hey,
Parkour. Roll me parkour.
19.
You sort of manage to bounce up the walls, but right before you reach, you end up just like a centimeter off the window ledge, and like you can land safely, but you didn't reach the window.
Oh no! I'm trying to get up onto the roof and then make my way across the roofs.
Well, then you just didn't reach the roof, you know?
Okay, fair enough. I will look for a easier way up.
It's a sort of it's a wooden roof, wooden shingles. I think that's the word.
What are the walls made out of? Are they wood as well?
No, they're sort of lime. Covered with lime, you know?
Yeah, but it's stone underneath.
Probably, yeah.
I'm basically trying to establish, can I dig my claws into it?
No, you can't.
Okay, fine. We do this the old-fashioned way, then. Dawn gets a 12 on, I assume, climber's athletics?
Yeah.
Yeah, 12.
Yeah, no, this, you can climb a part of the way up, but you can't really find enough, footholds to go all the way. You kind of manage to get, like, halfway up the wall, and that's about where it stops for you.
Well, I'm glad I'm stealth, so Kasny's not seeing me fail that much. Okay, fine. We do this the old-fashioned way. And go in the back door. Dawn's quite miffed at the fact he hasn't managed to do this, but is also kind of relieved that no one's seen him fuck it up. Back door, window, something.
Okay, yeah, it's a window. There's no back door, but there is a window, yeah.
Hey, I'm just gonna jimmy the window and slip inside then.
Mm-hmm. Roll me lockpicking. It's not locked, but, it closes from the inside, so...
What does that come under?
I think it's dexterity.
Okay, and I have a set of thieves' tools, which I have a proficiency in. I don't know what that adds.
Proficiency adds +2 at this stage. Oh no, wait. It's just tools check. Blah. So if you're proficient with thieves' tools, then that just adds +2 for that proficiency.
Right, okay. So that's a +7 then.
OP, please nerf.
Everything about Dawn is OP.
Well, I thought it was a +9, but 16 plus 7 is 23.
Yeah, you open the window and you manage to do it silently.
I then check to make sure there's nothing on the other side, which I'm then going to fall into and crash.
There's a desk there. It's a work desk under the window.
That's fine. Is there anybody in the room?
Not that you can see.
Because I was just about to say, I probably should have checked that before I opened the window.
Yeah, what time would we say it is?
Well, I mean, it's evening, and
We spent some time in the bar.
I was thinking it was about midnight by the time we, got there and started this, but...
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay. Am I in an office? Or am I at, the storeroom at the back?
It's a back room, there's a work table there, and there's a work table above it, are dried herbs that are hung on strings, and there's a shelving unit full of various potions and other reagents.
Okay, that's fine.
And there's a staircase at the back that leads up.
Okay, I stealth up the stairs.
Okay, you're upstairs.
What is upstairs?
Sort of the living area.
Okay.
You see a small kitchen and a table and couch.
Is there a safe or anything like that?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Dawn is basically going to search this place from top to bottom.
Okay, roll me investigation.
14 plus 5, 19.
19, yeah.
Specifically looking for ledgers, lavender dust, or associated drug paraphernalia.
You're looking through everything, you don't find anything. You open a door and you walk into her bedroom. She's sleeping there. She's asleep, she doesn't notice you, but you're thinking maybe you shouldn't dick around while she's there.
Dawn absolutely thinks he's stealthy enough to do that.
Okay, then I'm gonna need you to roll me a stealth check.
Okay.
Remember, advantage.
Advantage, indeed. And, oh, holy balls. 30.
Oh wow, was that a nat 20?
How did you...
It was a 19.
You have 11?
With the... Oh, no, sorry, the advantage is roll 2. Sorry, I keep thinking it's another +2. Okay, so 28 on the first one, and on the second one, 11, so...
Less.
Yes, less.
Okay, so 28, yeah, no,
The sleeping form of the bed will be left until last, but everything else first.
You go through her drawers, you find some very sexy underwear.
Tasteful, good.
Are you taking them?
That's about it. That's about as interesting as it gets. You find a letter from her sister.
What does it say?
Just some basic life stuff, basic life updates.
Okay, it's just a regular communique. Alright.
Yeah. And that's about all the interesting stuff you find here. No ledgers.
Strange. She doesn't seem... I didn't pass by an office of any sort, did I?
No.
In my search of the house.
No, this is the top floor that you're searching now.
Okay. Then Dawn heads back down and out onto the ground floor. And does the same.
Okay, roll me investigation.
A sensible person would open the front door and let his friend in to help.
I mean, this is Dawn we're talking about.
Yes, I know. Dawn wouldn't. Dawn wants to take all the glory himself.
No, he just doesn't want Kasni flumping around like an elephant in a china shop.
Kasni has stealth. Just because you've got obscene stealth, +5 is extremely respectable stealth for a level 2 character. Thank you very much.
Yeah, +9 is OP. Please nerf. I feel like I'm gonna have to give you a permanent injury to knock that down a little bit.
Yeah, peg leg.
But how can you injure me when you can't find me?
Exactly. Okay.
19 total.
19 total. Yeah, so you're looking around the back room. There's not a lot of money-related things in the back room. There's the, finished or still developing potions on the table. There's the work desk with several herbs and tinctures and measuring cups and jars. But no, there's nothing there, so you focus your attention on the front room, the actual shop, and there behind the counter you actually find, it's a sort of a cupboard under the counter on the shopkeeper's side. It's locked.
Not for much longer.
Yeah, it depends. Roll me a thing.
Dawn's first going to study this, both mundanely and with Arcana, to see if it has been booby-trapped in any way.
Roll me a thing.
Which thing would you like me to roll?
Investigation for the mundane and Arcana for the arcane.
So, investigation, I got a natural 20, holy boy.
Oh, shit.
And for the arcane, I got 11 total.
Yeah, so you're looking around for any mundane booby traps, and under one of the corners of the cupboard you find a potato that has a spiral carved into it.
Yay! Lucky potato!
Oh dear. Is it able to be disarmed, this potato?
Yeah, I mean, right next to it you find lying a piece of wood that is about the same width as it. It sort of seems like it's sort of supporting one of the corners.
Can I disarm it?
Yeah, go for it. Roll me, I don't know, I think it's sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand? Okay. 15 total.
15 total, yeah, you sort of disarm it, you take the potato, you put the piece of wood where the potato used to be, and it all seems natural.
We have solved your potato puzzle.
The arcane perception doesn't seem to find anything.
Okay, what's in this little box of mysteries? Oh wait, no, I need to unlock it first, don't I?
You need to unlock it, just roll me. Tell me if it's a 1.
It's not.
Then you unlock it.
Okay.
In the box you find a ledger, and next to it is a metal box.
Ooh. What shape is the metal box? Is it like long and thin, or is it like square? Is it recognizable as something that you keep something in? Like, is it a perfume box or a pen box or whatever?
It looks more like a strong box. You know, like they have in Skyrim.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so probably money.
Yeah, you're thinking it's probably money.
Okay, that's fine. I take the ledger and start flicking through it.
Okay, roll me investigation.
That's not great. 13 total.
13 total. You're going through the ledger and you see that there are large sums for unspecified products that start happening fairly recently. A bit before they start, there's a really big sum written there, and just the word protection is written next to it.
The shop is receiving money for protection, or the shop is paying money for protection?
Paying.
Okay, yep.
And before the protection seems to be fairly normal. That's about as much as you find out.
Okay, Dawn is going to make a willpower check to avoid nicking the money.
Okay, roll me wisdom. Roll me a wisdom save.
7.
Yeah. Oh, that strongbox looks pretty good. And you know it's been a good day for her, so...
It has.
I mean, it's not like you're compelled to do it, but it does look pretty good.
But it's available, right? And it's there.
I mean, you'd still need to unlock it probably, but...
Yeah.
I'm
going to go with no, because Dawn's kleptomania isn't for money specifically. It's for items. So, in fact...
There could be anything inside.
Oh man, there could be anything. Yeah, okay, fine, I know it. Just disappears into cloak.
Oh, wait, you took the entire box.
You said it's a thin, strong box, yes?
I mean, it's not really thin, it's kind of...
Oh, sorry, I had the dimensions wrong on this. Okay, in that case, I will pick the lock to open the strong box.
I'm thinking sort of like the cash register box size.
Right, okay. Sorry, I had the dimensions completely off. Okay, in that case, I will just pick the lock on the strong box.
Yeah, roll.
18 plus...
Oh, plus, okay.
Oh, it's my dex, so 25.
25. You hear a click, and the top pops open. You see a bunch of silver coins, and also copper coins. Doesn't seem to be any gold coins in there, but, like, there's a lot of silver and copper. You're thinking, like, the trade she deals in doesn't really... It's not really gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't interest Dawn. He'll close it and lock it again.
Okay.
Take one last look over the ledger to make sure he can memorize it.
Mm-hmm.
And then close everything back up.
Mm-hmm.
Set the booby trap back if he can.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll just walk out the front door.
Okay, the front door is locked.
Oh, yeah, it is. No, sorry, he'll go out the back door. The back way he came in. And lock it behind him. If he can.
It's a bit more difficult because you're trying to close the window from the outside.
Okay, then
I mean, you can roll me a lockpick again.
If it would be unrealistic to lock the window, if the lock was in the inside and he was outside, then don't worry about it.
You're a talking cat, there's nothing unrealistic.
Fair enough. I'm not going to pass that one up. 12.
Yeah, it's difficult. You can't quite get the pick in the right position to flip the handle over, so eventually you're just like, fuck it.
Yeah, she probably just forgot to lock it. It was a busy day yesterday. She must have been exhausted as she went to bed.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's close enough. Alright, Dawn goes to find Kasni.
Kasni, where are you? Still where he left you?
Kasni has been keeping a watch out at the front as he was instructed. Honestly, he's felt a bit useless because he's been just standing around. What even was the point in him coming? Aside from the fact that it gave his player plenty of time to write more notes.
Dawn appears at Kasni's side and goes, "So, things I have learned. Well, shall we walk and talk?"
Ah, yes, of course.
Dawn said, "So, about... what was it, about 3 months ago that the payment started? The big initial payment?"
More like 2. Actually, because months work a bit differently, it's like, let's say about 6 weeks.
Okay. 6 weeks ago, our dear Apothecary made a rather big payment for protection. And since then, there have been various miscellaneous payments which are not in tune with her regular takings, put it that way. Now, I would bet you that Herman came onto the scene roughly about 6 weeks ago. So, she's definitely wrapped up in it. However, there's not any product in the store. So I assume Herman must have taken it all last night.
This is interesting. So, do you think she's making it and he's taking it?
She has the skills.
Wait, just out of character question for a moment. Did the barrels on the cart that Herman was driving, did they turn out to be empty? They did, didn't they?
I mean, one of them was empty.
Did the boneyard get some full barrels out of that? Do we know? Was he taking lavender dust away or bringing it in, is the question.
Roll me intelligence. I don't think you were given the information. I mean, you might have.
I do not intelligence. I do not.
Yeah, intelligence.
I do not intelligence.
If you can connect all the given information.
Yes, I rolled a 4 and I have +0, so I did not intelligence.
No, you did not.
No.
It could be either.
Yeah, so yes, she could be making it. I don't know. I can't imagine any other reason why, if she's not selling the product herself, why she would be involved, But also, if she's making it, wouldn't she be receiving payments rather than paying them out?
I think it's far more likely she's washing their money.
Ah, interesting, I suppose.
GM, the larger sums within the ledger, they were being paid out, yes?
Yeah, I guess I didn't specify that. No, the big one with protection, that was, she paid that.
Yes.
The other smaller big ones, those were paid to her.
Paid to her? Oh, okay, right.
What did they say on them?
Nothing, it was unspecified.
Yeah.
Yeah, unspecified. The alley that Raven and I ducked into where we saw Herman and this woman, is this the alley?
Yes. Yeah, it was right behind her building, yeah. Right behind the store.
And on either side of the store is housing, other shops?
A bit of both. Mostly housing, though. Actually, yeah, it's only housing. I mean, it's a small town, doesn't need that many shops.
And which building did I see them disappear into? What I now know is the Apothecary.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh, that makes sense, because it was probably pleasure, not business by that stage. Dawn looks rather vexed at the fact he can't figure out this mystery. He goes, she's involved somehow. Those smaller miscellaneous payments, they're coming in. So she's being paid to do something, I would imagine transport.
Seems odd.
I mean, there were other expenses within the ledger also, like, you know, regular shop expenses. Like there was like a whole column of just hangover cures, like 2 pages of just hangover cures.
But the very fact that these weren't marked in and of itself is quite suspicious. Alright. Dawn says to Kasni, go back to the others and tell them what I found, would you? I've got somewhere to be.
Kasni raises an eyebrow, but says nothing.
Dawn heads to the traveller camp.
Okay. Yeah, lots of people are actually awake.
Excellent.
Yeah, they're sort of having a little jam session.
Dawn rocks up and says, mind if I sit with you? Sounds pretty fun. I play a bit of an instrument myself, not as well as you, of course.
Yeah, they kind of look at you. The one of the halfling twins you were talking about the other day, she's like, oh, you're back here. Come sit here.
And it goes to plan.
Dawn sits. Throughout the short rest of the night, he'll flirt with the halfling that he was before. And then when it gets to a sort of like more natural lull, maybe when a few more people have gone, they've got a bit more privacy, Dawn will lean in and just go, so, do you taste as good as the soup you made?
Okay. So, finally, Kasni heads back to the inn and he... Are you still outside or have you gone into the thing? Because it's been a, solid, half an hour, 3/4 of an hour now.
Yeah, I think I would have gone back in and just kept, knocking back a few beers.
Is Daniel passed out in the street?
No, you don't see Daniel anywhere.
Okay. Kasni enters the pub.
Ah, Kasni, there you are. So, good news. I managed to squeeze 200 gold out of the Baron. Well, 100 tomorrow and 100 when we finish the job.
Wonderful.
So that's good news. And I think what we should do now is break into that apothecary.
Dice Out Now Game is a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons actual play podcast. Our intro and outro music is Bells by Fake Cats Project. If you want to get in touch with us, you can find us at Dice Out Now Game on Twitter, where you will also find links to our personal accounts. If you can, please rate and review our podcast, and tell your friends about us. Now, game!